Hey Dark Dimensional Duelists, it's Josh here from the Dark Dimensional Duelist, and I'm here to show you guys my, what was supposed to be a Halloween deck profile. You know, it's featuring around Eldlich, Yugioh, and Doom King, but it took us a little while to get it out, a lot of stuff happening. But I'm hoping you guys will still enjoy it nonetheless. Check out my playmat real quick before I get started. Look at it. This is one of my favorite playmats. It's got Doom King on the right and Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon on the left. Well, depending on how you guys are viewing it from. But yeah, let's hop into this bad boy. I'm gonna do the deck profile first, then I might show you guys a couple little combos, how I set my board up, how I play. Usually when I'm playing here, we're starting off with 3 Eldlich, the Golden Lord. Obviously, gotta run this baby at 3. At least I do. And I'm rocking 2 of the vastly underrated Yugioh. He's super cool. He is such a positive card in the deck. You can use him to get cards in the grave like Mizuki and Doom King and Glow Up Bloom and Banshee. He's just so good. I'm shocked more people don't use this card. Like, honestly, you people need to check it out. It's really good. It's really fun to play with. And he can interact on your opponent's turns on their main phase. Bring back cards from their grave or your own grave. It's really juicy. Then I run 2 of one of my favorite monsters in the game. Really need an ulti rare or something. He needs a rarity bump, but I'm happy he's an ultra. Doom King Boulderrock. He's freaking awesome. He's the beast that will return all the time. Even if you don't have zombie or if your opponent has a field spell, a lot of people forget this. As long as there's a field spell in the field, he'll still come out of the graveyard and be a menace. And then I run 2 Necro Banshees to go into my zombie worlds. This is a great card. I wish I'd get a rarity bump too. It's been a long time since these cards have been printed. You know, the zombie world, freaking like 2016 deck, little structure deck. Yeah. She's a good card. You mainly use her to go into zombie world and stuff. She's a quick effect too. You can do it on your opponent's turn to recover. Then Glow Up Bloom, one of my main ways of getting monsters out of my deck and onto the field. Just got to be careful of Ash sometimes, but really good card. Just you dump it with Jack or Foolish Barrel or pretty much or use a Gazuki or Unizombie. Speaking of a Gazuki, I run 2 Gazukis. Very good card. I got his brother in here too. I run 1 Mizuki along with them. They're super good together. Really awesome. And then I run 3 Unizombies. Unizombie is one of the best starter zombie monsters of all time. He actually is the best because not only is he a regular monster, he's a tuner as well, so I can go into synchros and all kinds of wacky shenanigans. He can discard from the hand with his effect and dumped from the deck to the grave. He is so versatile. Just in case I don't have enough Unizombies, I run 1 sheer new solitaire just so I can get into my Unizombie. Make sure I can get one out. And then I run 1 Vampire Fallen, a little bit of spice to have in my deck whenever I want to have her on field to buff up my monster's attack. It's really good, and she's really broken because I can do it multiple times per turn. Only costs my life points, which, who cares about those these days anyway. Well, that's it for all the monsters that I run. We'll move on to the spells. I run, gotta read this one a while. Oh my god, this is from the gold era where you can't read nothing. I run 1 Reasoning. It's a free summon, it's kind of cool. Basically Ash bait, but it's really good. I run 1 Instant Fusion. Pretty much my only target for Instant Fusion is Millennium Eyes. I used to have others, but Millennium Eyes is just so hot and I couldn't help but running this one. I run 1 Foolish Burial. You know, it's zombie deck, pretty obvious. It's freaking beautiful too. I run 1 Into the Void because I like to play spicy. You know, you gotta risk it, discard your entire hand at the end phase. And I play 1, I gotta read this one, 7 Cities of the Golden Land. This is one of the newer cards for the Eldlich set. Basically, you can search to this with any of the Eldlich cards, you banish them from the grave, and you can add this to your hand, or I think you set it directly. Then you can activate it. This lets me fusion summon once per turn, using zombie monsters on the field or in my hand. It's really good for obviously going into the Eldlich Fusion or Dragon Necro Nether Soul, which is another good card to go into. I also run 2 Super Polys. You know, it's really juicy. Good to use in your opponent. Sometimes it's just good to use myself whenever I want to get a consistent fusion out without being bothered.
Yep, you can utilize it better in that deck.
I run 2 Zombie Worlds. This is the OG one, Ultra Rare reprint. I wish they hadn't have reprinted it in the same exact rarity. I think that's really stupid, but whatever. It's still a beautiful card. Obviously, it's one of the greatest field spells I think of all time because it just completely shuts your opponent down sometimes. Just makes everything zombies. It's great.
That's what the Super Poly's for in that. It's a really good floodgate card.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Especially if you went with a card like Rivalry Warlords, it can do some serious damage and control the board. I run 3 Cursed Eldland. This card's about to be reprinted in the latest gold set in gold rare, and I cannot wait. It's going to look freaking awesome. I can't wait for that. It's going to be good. This card, Cursed Eldland, is probably the main starter card for Eldlich players. And you use it, you can add Eldlich or any spell, any Eldlich or any Golden Land spell or trap, which is pretty versatile. Most of the time, if I don't have a trap, I usually go for Eldlich. You want to get Eldlich in hand.
You said Doom King earlier. It'd be nice that wasn't go reprint.
I know.
So
I wish they'd reprint Doom King in some high rarity. They actually reprinted Jack in common, which was very
What's
sad.
the Super Poly rarities?
Super Poly?
Yeah.
They're in gold, alti, secret.
No, not for you. Should be gold. Everything's just gold in your set.
Yeah, my Super Polys are gold. I run 2 Elixir of White Destinies. Just set these down here. These are a good quick play card. I usually keep it at 2. I wouldn't think I'd ever bump it up to 3. It's you're able to special summon a card from your hand or graveyard unless you have Eldlich on the field. Otherwise, you'd have to special summon an Eldlich monster. And of course, I got the brother of the White Destiny. I got Black Awakening. This lets you special summon Eldlich from deck, or if you have Eldlich, you can special summon any other zombie monster from your deck. Really good for getting cards like Doom King, Jack, and Frolin out on field.
Definitely Doom and Jack.
That's it for my spells.
Rest in peace on Jack being downgraded to a common.
I can't believe they made him a common. That's so stupid. And then I run, for the traps, moving on to the traps, I run 3 Eldlich Scarlet Sanguine. My deck, the way I run it, I basically do it to fill up my field with zombies and try to overwhelm my opponent. I don't rely too heavily on the extra deck, but I do have an extra deck here to show you in a sec. I run 2 Conquistador of the Golden Land traps. These are definitely one of the best traps I see most heavily used in other deck profiles. Like to splash down a little bit of Eldlich. They mainly use this one.
Another gold.
Yeah, it's gonna look good in gold. I wish all of the traps were in gold. Here I run 2 Conquistador of the Golden Land. He's really good too. Good for banishing.
Yeah.
And then I run 2 of these. A lot of people don't run Guardian of the Golden Land, which I understand why they may not want to run it. But the way I run my deck, I kind of need to run it because I like to search out. I usually at the end of the turn, if I don't use these, I just pitch them to the grave. You can banish them to search out any of the Eldlich spells and set them and use them next turn. Or the Eldlich, White Destiny and Black.
Because the reason why you don't, because you're pretty much full of zombies. That's why. A lot of people
this is
throw
a
in a lot
full
of
zombie deck.
other builds.
You can't really do that type of ability when you're playing other stuff because it locks you into zombies.
Exactly. A lot of people throw dangers and other cards.
Then lastly, for my traps, I run 2 impermanents. Got the beautiful gold rares too. Yeah. And that's it for the main deck.
They still look nice.
They do look nice. Let me move on to the extra deck.
Not impermanents is for impermanents.
I run 1 Link Rebo. The reason I run 1 Link Rebo is because I have 2 level 1s in my deck. And if I'm ever hard up to where I have to summon a Glow Up Bloom, I'd like to at least be able to link them off. That's why I run 1 Link Rebo.
So you can send it away.
I run 2 Vampire Frolins. I like Vampire Frolin. She's usually one of my go-tos because whenever a zombie monster is special summoned from the graveyard, you can, once per turn, you can draw 1 card. She's pretty good. And she has a nifty little trick that I don't see almost anyone utilizing. If you haven't normal summoned yet, and it's your turn, you got her on field, you can tribute summon and tribute your opponent's monsters as long as Zombie World's on field.
You got Sucker?
Yeah, with Sucker.
Yeah.
Say I got Doom King in hand and I see my opponent has 2 monsters on field and I have Zombie World active. I can just tribute both of their monsters outright and bring out Doom King. Doesn't activate any effects, just bam.
Another effect you don't really get to use.
What, the drawing?
No, the one you said. Barely
the where I get to tribute? Yeah, you don't get to use that much. It's very rare. A lot of people always go for it.
Well, the problem is trying to get the next turn to do it.
Yeah, she's so weak. I wish she was been like 1900 at least. That's why I have a card like Vampire Frolin to protect her from battle damage. I also run 2 Avendroid Saviors. This is low-key the best Avendroid card next to one of the rituals. This card is incredible. Its effect is I can attack my opponent. During the damage step, I can dump a zombie monster from my deck for cost. So if they have something like Plasma on the field or something that negates all monster effects, or even if they negate it, I can still dump for the price of a cost. That's the price of the activating effect, which is really nice. But it's just a good card too because it's good for getting over certain monsters. Say I'm fighting a Blue Eyes and they don't have anything to beef up their Blue Eyes and it's just 3k. I can attack it, dump a Doom King, and suddenly the Blue Eyes has no attack points, and I hit them for 3,200.
Yeah, no, if that Doom King come back on your next
Doom
turn,
King is so good.
OTK
Yeah. Then I run 1 Barricade Board Blocker just for recovery in Zombie World. This needs a rare. Does this have a rarity bump? Or is it still common?
I think it's rare now.
Oh boy!
I think.
Get me
It
moist.
came out 2020
Rare.
I think.
I also run 1 cheeky Dingirsu. This is one of my favorite Orcus cards, next to obviously Galatea.
Yeah.
This card,
that's another good.
Sadly, I got mine's LP. I got Bent Corner, but man, this card is so good because sometimes I'll have 2 Doom Kings on field if I get that strong in the game. I can exceed them into this and just freaking go ham. And then here's another little spice. Say I go into Dingirsu, flip away one of their cards, then I can just freaking link Dingirsu away, and if I have Jack on field, I can bring Dingirsu back on their turn and send away another one of the cards using Jack's ability. That's why it's good to have him. I just play him in.
Don't forget, Doom King, if you detach and save your stuff,
Oh
Doom King comes back later for extra summons.
If I were to keep him protect, I could get Doom King back if I used 2 Doom Kings.
Turn.
He's really good.
Any turn,
I run for Synchros. I run Borlo's Savage Dragon for obvious reasons. He's just a good Synchro. Because sometimes I go into Synchro. I've only got 3. No, actually, I got 5 tuners. I forget about the Global Blooms. They're actually a tuner as well. I don't get to use them that often, unfortunately. He's a good card for obvious reasons. You know, he's a big beef stick, and doesn't he have the ability to negate?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pins on the link monsters.
It has to be a link 2 to add to it.
Which also can be link 1, link 2, link 3. It just has the numbers.
I need to use that more
per turn you can use.
Yeah, I gotcha. And then I run one of my favorite extra deck monsters, Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon, a card that doesn't really see much play at all, but I like to play it every once in a while, and it's really good.
It's actually it comes up and it's really good.
He is a beat stick. If I have Zombie on field, his effect counts all zombies on field and in both graveyards. He gets 100 attack for each.
Ridiculous.
And if I attack, whether they attack and whether my opponent attacks or if I attack, if a zombie monster is destroyed by battle on either turn, I can special summon a zombie from either graveyard. That's really
insane.
good.
That's like
he's a good card to have.
Eyes kind of do, but better.
Then I run 1 Psyframe Lord Omega just for getting back banished cards.
Like
You never
Mizuki.
know. Get Mizuki. It'd be good to use.
Yeah.
That's mainly the main reason I run him, but he doesn't come up often, but it's good to have him. And then I run a crazy nice little level 8 Synchro, Bizzelli of the Diabolical Dragons. He's such a powerhouse. He really is. Whenever, I think if he attacks, he gains the damage I take as attack points for the monster, and he can't be destroyed by battle, and I believe by card effects either. Can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. Yeah, he's just an extra deck beat stick I have in there.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Then for my instant fusion target, I obviously run Millennium Eyes. I run one of those. Love this freaking card. I'm glad it got reprinted in freaking Secret.
Yeah.
And then I run one of my other favorite zombie. This technically isn't a zombie. This is a dragon. Dragon Necro Nether Soul. Pretty much everyone's zombie player super poly target. This card is really good. If, say, I got zombie on the field, I can super poly 2 of my opponent's monsters into this card.
No matter what they
Or if I have the 7 Cities of the Gold Land, that spell card I mentioned earlier on field, I can take 2 of my monsters, and say I've got 2 level 8s in my hand, I can dump them to the grave, and just bring this bad boy out. I almost want to run 2 of these in my extra deck, just because of that spell card.
I think that fusion, you only can have 1 per you only can have 1, control 1 on the field.
Dragon Necro?
Yeah.
Maybe. I have to read it.
I think so.
And then
when I tried to do it on EDO, it wouldn't let me. You already had 1 out.
Yeah. And then I run Eldlich, the Mad Golden Lord. This card is freaking awesome. He is strong. I think he's 3,500 attack. 3,800 attack. He's 3,800 attack.
Yeah, that's a beast
And
for a zombie.
Read him real quick. This card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. He can be targeted, but he is one of the strongest powerhouses that is actually a zombie monster. And since he's an Eldlich monster, I'm able to proc and activate all of my Eldlich, spells and traps and make full effect of them. He's really good to have, and he's really easy to get out, honestly. Just take Eldlich and a level 5 zombie. And if you use Super Poly, you can have Eldlich on field and suck up one of your opponent's monsters with Super Poly. And then my other Super Poly target, Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Yeah, pretty common. Pretty common. Honestly, I might take him out and put in our Dragon Necro because I just like that card so much. But this is my last extra deck card. He's there for obvious reasons. Good for blowing up my opponent's field or just using him. Let me go into my side deck now. My side deck, I actually got one prepared. I run 2 ashes. Side out super poly or then permanence or my 1 7 CD if I don't want to play it. And then I run 2 draw luck birds.
Always.
Oh yeah, definitely in this meta. I run 3 Nibiru, but I'm kind of iffy on keeping them mainly because I'd rather use my 3 sphere modes. I'd rather use my 3 sphere modes over Nibiru.
Well, one thing about it for your deck, you count on your normals.
I do kind of count on normals, so that's true. Unless I have Jack in hand or something. Or
now, if you threw some Kaijus in there, would have been better.
Yeah, you're probably right. Kaijus might be better.
Then you can poly away, super poly away if you want to. Like
that might be a better option.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because you got to have your normals on.
I also run 3 Dark World Lunomores.
Yeah, that's.
And then I run my 3rd super poly and my 3rd impermanence just in case I feel if I need them.
I think the only thing you need to switch out later, I believe, is that. But you
yeah, and the sphere modes, yeah, it could be something to trade out.
Kaiju's my opinion.
Yeah, Kaiju's are pretty good, but you only get rid of one, or if your opponent has multiple problematic cards.
You can get rid of the problematic.
Look at my sleeves, you guys.
But you're good though.
Now I've had these sleeves for like 3 years. These are my Halloween Pikachu sleeves. They look good.
That's wrong with the zombies. They need an extra boost in their stuff, like a little bit special summon.
Yeah. That is pretty much it for my deck profile, you guys. I would show you a little bit more, but honestly, I kind of covered pretty much all I feel like I wanted to cover in this.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you pretty much zombie. So you got a 1-card combo in that zombie, or you always have to use
zombies? Really do not have a 1-card combo. Unfortunately, they take multiple cards to get set up. At least in this is super pure zombie deck type. Let's see here. One of your greatest 1-card combos is if you start with Cursed Eldlich. This is one of the best cards if you ever start with it. It's the greatest thing for you unless you get ashed. But this card alone can carry an Eldlich play, especially if you got one of the corresponding traps, like say this. Yeah. You could use this, add Eldlich, and then use Eldlich's effect to send away this from your hand and send this away. And suddenly you can send this from your deck to the grave with this card's effect. And then on end turn, you can banish these and set the spells. So you could set one of these if you want, or you could set the quick play, or you could set the trap Scarlet Elixir Sanguine. As soon as I find it, there it is. This is the go-to one though. Whenever you banish one of your Golden Land traps, most of the time you're going to be setting one of these so you can special summon a card from your deck next turn. Most of the time whenever I do this combo, Eldlich is already on field in his protective state. Eldlich's protective state gets activated whenever you have a card on the field, like a spell or trap, and he's in the graveyard. You use Eldlich's effect in the grave, send that bad boy away, and then you get Eldlich on field with his, ability to protect himself, and he's a lot stronger.
I feel like your deck really good and going strong second.
I think it is. I'd rather go second whenever I'm playing.
Yeah, going first is okay, a strong one. I feel like it's stronger going second.
It is much stronger going second.
You got like that, yeah, I feel like it.
People were like,
depends on your hand.
You go first.
It depends on your hand. I think it's
good
strong at first or sometimes, but second time, I believe going second is stronger.
It is a lot stronger going second.
Well, because type of cards you got in there and play, like Super Poly, for example. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, you still make your first plays going first. He's still strong too. I just feel like it's stronger going for a second. Because we play a lot on Yugioh, but he's just good going first.
Yeah, I love playing on Yugioh and Yugioh. It's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
It really does play well in there. Whenever me and my brother, we usually tag team a lot. A lot of times when we're tag teaming, I can almost take 2 opponents at once with this deck.
Yeah, I don't need to do much. He takes the whole dang field in.
Trevor's like, I didn't get to play.
I just need a hand trap or Super Poly. He has Zombie World. I just bring my stuff out.
Get your hero plays out.
Because I usually don't use Cross Raider when I play with him. I use just Wonder Driver and what do you call it, Decimator, and whatever else like Predator Plant or something, so I can do other plays, other generic. I usually run the other generics so I can play.
You have to. Okay.
Yeah.
Most of the time when it gets to your turn,
you go first. I go usually last or third player.
If things are going good for me, most of the time when it gets to your turn, you don't have no zones.
Yeah, I just no point. Like okay, I just need super, like I said, Super Poly, something back it up or something, or make Rainbow Neos. That's why I usually do.
I love it.
Just wipe the whole board with that, and they just assault it. They think Dragoon coming out. Rainbow Neos. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, that's it for my deck profile today, you guys. Sorry it took me a little while to get it out. Hope you guys had a good Halloween. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and check out our Discord if you want to hang and chill out with us.
Link down below.
Much appreciated. Peace out, you guys. Have a good day. Peace.